Hey, man, there's Mirelurks in the pond again. Brandine, get the shotgun!
But you literally turn on Deadeye and it's like, okay, ping, 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 ping.
Well, I mean, technically Red Dead did it before.
Oh, I know. I'm just saying. It's like I saw Bear was playing earlier, and it's like I hadn't actually used Deadeye because I'm terrible, and I saw him use it. I was like, oh my god, it's high noon.
That's just McCree's ult, I'm guessing.
Mm-hmm.
Is that literally what it's called? High noon?
Yeah, and that's what he said.
Actually, I think it's called Deadeye.
Is it?
And he just calls out High Noon.
I don't know. It's been a while since I played Overwatch.
Isn't he voiced by Matt Mercer?
He is.
Mm-hmm.
And Matt goes on and plays, and he's just like, it's high noon, and they just
panic.
Regardless, everybody, we're already recording, so.
Oh no.
Yeah. Anyway, welcome back to session 41 of Pathfinder with Epic and Friends. I forgot the wine, I apologize. You'll have to see me be very classy by sniffing this candle. It's Christmas, I'm not drinking for a little bit, so... Anyway. When we last left off, our adventurers had managed to clear out another room of Satasha before our session was interrupted by a number of personal issues from multiple people that have since been resolved, hopefully. Regardless, after clearing out our room, our adventurers realized that they now have time to explore, and after looting a little bit, recognize that there are 3 paths. There's one to the north, 4, strictly speaking. There's one to the south, east of them, one to the southwest, currently closed off behind a locked door, another one directly to the east, behind yet another locked door, and finally a path heading northwards.
I don't think we had seen any of the other doors except this one.
Yeah, I was
Rider's
heading
convenience.
over. Yeah, I was heading over that way, but...
You were going to see them anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Eventually.
Stupid cats. Regardless, after digging through the various corpses of the pirates, you did manage to find a singular key along with the other assorted bits of loot that they had on them. And Kato, after you examined the door going to the southeast, you found that the key could not possibly fit into said door.
Well, we're gonna have to look around for another key, it looks like.
I'm just gonna creep around.
God damn it, emails. I don't even have my fucking W-2 yet, and you're asking me to fill up my tax returns.
There's a door over here.
Where is over here?
Oh. Runs over to the corner and kind of waves, like, over here.
Oh, okay. So, is that...
To the north.
Okay, thank you. 'Cause
Oh, you must be zoomed in a little bit.
probably would be able to tell the direction at least. So,
Over here.
there we go. That's another big locked door.
Does your key look like it might fit?
I'm not the one who picked up the key.
Oh, who did? Can't remember. Was it Work?
I think it might have been Works.
Damn it.
I have a key, guys! Where is
I kind of remember the description, so what is this keyhole?
There he is.
Keyword.
It was kind of like a keyblade. Key shaped.
That was the other door.
The key itself is kind of a long iron key with 4 heads on it.
Alright.
It kind of goes behind a little little wall thing. Let's them deal with it.
Just hiding.
Look, she's small. She can do that.
Okay.
Here's a question, real quick. Before you go opening doors, should we make sure that the paths are secure and clear before you go opening doors and leaving those paths to our back?
Might not be a bad idea.
Yeah. Oh, where do you want to go?
I think I found another path up here.
Okay.
Well, let's take a look at that one first then.
Gonna listen to see if I hear anything down the tunnel.
You kind of look down the tunnel, and as you do so, you can see there's a wall up ahead splitting the path into 2 separate directions. On one side, you hear a very muffled braying of some kind. Down the other one, you don't hear anything.
Okay. Can I tell which direction the sound is coming from, or?
Toward the northeast, you hear the braying. Toward the northwest, you hear nothing.
Does anybody else hear a horse?
Braying refers to any sort of animal. In this case, you would you're basically like hearing dog sounds. They're not barking or whimpering or anything like that. You just kind of hear animal sounds.
Okay. Let's try the other way first. I don't feel like getting mauled by pirate attack dogs.
I'm just gonna move you up, Rowan.
And up here with me, please, just in case.
Okay.
Agita, can you go join them?
Wait a minute, what am I doing?
Oh, I just moved you up, so you're with the party.
Oh,
Also, apologies. I was thinking differently for a moment. You hear the braying from the northwest and nothing from the northeast.
Okay, so this is northeast, right?
Yes, that's northeast.
Okay, so I always get those confused.
I need to get like a.
East. I thought you said west.
I need to get like a fucking compass and just put it on every map.
Yeah, that would be helpful. So this way doesn't have the sound then, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Click which way you're saying there's no sound. That's the way with the sound.
Wait.
You just said the northeast doesn't have the sound.
Yeah, you did.
I said northeast does have the sound, northwest doesn't.
Okay.
God damn it.
Confusion.
Yeah. Just kind of slowly making my way forward.
Making my way downtown, walking fast, being confused.
Making sure refreshing my light spell every so often when it runs out. Yeah, that's time thing.
So what's the time on that?
I think it's like a minute a level,
10 minutes per caster level.
but it is a cantrip, so
Ta-da!
You might want to put that on a layer where it doesn't require light to see.
I was being an asshole.
Because I can only see like half of it.
Well, you brought up a good idea anyways. I just stuck one in at the time.
You guys don't have to move your tokens. I'm happy to do it for you if you just want to narrate where you're heading.
Just kind of sticking close to the wall and moving along it,
Trying to be stealthy for once.
Okay.
even though I'm glowing
Sticking
like
to
a
the walls as
light.
well, while Adishar strides forward.
While you and the party kind of like walks quietly along into this chamber, you kind of feel this chill start to permeate the air, and it's very clear that you're heading deeper under the ground. At this point, there is no signs of anywhere on the cave in the slightest that hasn't been dampened sometime recently. Moreover, the further you go in, the less you can hear of anything else, and sort of colder it gets to the point where you're starting to breathe out and you can see your breath flowing out very slowly, kind of wafting out in these wispy little streams. You step into the chamber and it warms slightly, but you're still seeing your breath, you're still looking around, and you're recognizing and feeling that something is off.
Perception 27.
You see nothing. You hear nothing. You just kind of look into the room and you see, from what you can see from your light range, it's a large, empty room. Dark. There's no... as you kind of push your way in slightly, there's no one in there. The only thing you can see is a cluster of rocks set together almost like boulders on the west end in the middle of the room, but otherwise devoid of features.
Are the boulders up against a wall, or?
You can't tell. From this distance and how dark it is, you just can't tell.
Get a little bit closer to try and...
I was gonna say I'm just gonna try and take a look at stock vision.
I don't think I went with the group. I think I got confused.
Yes, you did.
You went right instead of left.
Rowan is directionally challenged, but he's still...
We all are.
It's a little hard when like all you're seeing is like your light.
Sorry.
Exactly. So I'm going to just roll perception on the room that I went into.
Well, you shouldn't have been able to go in there because there was a door.
It let me in. I went in.
That's weird.
Okay, fine.
Well, the reason I'm saying it's weird is because I have
Do you want me to tell you what I saw?
I had the enforce thing on, so I don't know why it would have let you in there. And you should have been able to see everything because all the lights, I have lights on in there.
Yeah, I saw everything.
Yeah, that's weird. I'll figure it out later.
I saw everything.
Regardless, Yedrin, how far up do you move before you make your perception? Hey, there's it works. I can stop saying dumb things for him now.
Yeah, I probably would have been up near Carlo. It's just because, well, I'm supposed to be part of the front line, so probably go to you.
Of interest.
No,
Going down the hallway.
I made fun of your voice. That's about it. I was being silly. Yedrin, you get in, and as you're looking around, because of your dark vision, you can make out more of the room, and you look up and you can see it's this very large domish structure. that you're in, it does not appear natural in the slightest. It almost looks like... Your best guess, being who you are, is it looks almost like the top of, say, like the Dusk Mother statue, or the Dawn Throne, as if this could complete the top of it. Additionally, as you're looking around and seeing that the walls are smooth, completely smooth, all the way around, with the exception of those boulders, you're kind of like, those boulders are really out of place, especially with the way that this area is designed, because... Fucking cat. You saw that too, didn't you?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, my cat is an idiot. You look at the boulders, and considering how smooth the walls are, like, if this place by some miracle was made by erosion, those stones would never be able to be there.
So they are up against the wall?
They're kind of jutting from a wall.
Well, I guess to certainly say to the party would be, well, one, this room's not natural. I mean, not natural. It was definitely made this way. And two, those boulders are heavily out of place.
Likewise, as you're examining each of the boulders, size-wise, you would easily compare them to an Uldan house.
So they don't look like they're blocking something. Or do they?
It's hard to tell because there's a lot of them.
Let's say Dax starts creeping up closer and tries to get a decent look, but she doesn't have dark vision. She has low light vision.
Just for the hell of it. Hello?
Hi.
Just for the hell of what? What'd you do?
Sure, there we go.
There we go.
Let's take the first one.
Are you not getting close, or are you trying to do it from there? Because you can't see the stones.
Getting closer. Not right up next to it, but within 10 feet or so.
So you're like here or here?
One back. The first one.
Basically, you have enough to get in the light.
Yeah.
Alright, you didn't need the natural 20 to see this, but it's very clear that the stone here does not match the room or the walls. By the looks of it, this stone is a dark red, almost clay-like color. Iron oxide is covering a lot of it in areas, and as you look around the walls are fairly smooth. Like I said, are smooth. They're also whitewashed, like a lot of the minerals and everything has been eroded away by the coming and going of tides or water coming in and the like. I'm trying to think of going back to my mineralogy and shit like that. And I cannot think of a good stone to compare the walls to. Anybody want to help me out? Because I'm blanking.
Limestone?
Limestone would be close. Yeah, limestone's probably the closest thing.
Something like that.
Yeah. Very close to limestone. However, you do notice that where limestone is usually very porous and would allow water to kind of weep through, this room is bone dry.
Like, it's not even wet like the other passages?
It's not even like the hallway that you just came through, where the hallway was like darkened from being wet slightly. You kind of like put your hand on the wall coming in, and dust came off it.
I was gonna say we We were also getting really cold.
That is weird. Because that would mean whenever the tides flood this place doesn't get touched.
How would that even work?
Okay, one more skill check. I'm thinking this might... Okay, I don't know shit about the magical properties of it, but
with
I'm
natural 1, you're like,
I'm thinking they somehow use this as like a shelter in case the Sahagin get rowdy.
Since things feel a little bit off, I'm just rolling a spellcraft check. Just to see if I sense any magic or anything going on in this.
At the current moment, because you're spellcrafting instead of, like detecting magic or anything like that, you kind of look around and you're like, this is weird, but not really seeing magic going on. But you can think of a number of spells that can do this.
I am gonna cast Detect Magic, though.
I was stupid. I didn't think of Detect Magic.
A cantrip.
Kato, as you go to Detect Magic, something pings off in the distance, like behind the stones.
Okay, there is something magical back behind the rocks, but really, I don't want to investigate that. That seems like a bad idea.
Simia, would you be willing to do it?
Zemia looks up and goes, yeah, I could go do it. Do you want me to go in the rocks?
Just be stealthy about it, could you?
Sure, I'll do that. She
After kind of the first sign of trouble.
flutters off. Would you like to roll a stealth check for? She flies off and disappears in the darkness where no one else but Yedrin at this point can see her. And she starts fluttering around the rock. And you wait, and there's a minute, 2, 3 that goes by. And then Yedrin sees her disappear into a crevice. Then another minute goes by. Then 2, then 3, then 4, then 5. Finally, after 6 minutes, she comes back out and kind of zips back, and she goes, after some looking around, Hey! No! After some looking around, I managed to find an altar back behind the rocks.
An altar?
Yeah, it wasn't very well kept. It's an old stone altar with some old candlesticks and really, really old coins. Like, really old coins. I didn't see nothing like stains of blood or anything like that.
Any symbols of any kind?
In a really old, tattered red flag with a trident on it.
Yeah, I was about to do the same thing.
Yeah.
Fiona, with that 22 and some really hard thinking, you think there might have been an old sea wolf pirate company back before Limsa Laminsa founded, known as the Brine Dogs. But It's passing knowledge at best, and it's mostly like in times when a lot of records of various pirate crews weren't kept down. Do you think you remember reading something about it? Mostly that they just kind of went missing.
Oh, this might be worth investigating more later.
I agree.
Zimni goes, from what I saw though, it looks like the stones are mostly hollow, so they can just be pushed out of the way.
Take note of that for later, but yeah, we should probably go take care of the whole Captain Madison thing first. Any objections?
No.
I suppose not. It'd be better
Nope,
if
not for
you
me.
didn't let him get away.
Zippity-doo-dah.
So let's check the other path then.
Okay. If you wait a second, Kato.
Okay.
Whee!
Where did Agitar go?
Over here near us.
Yeah, she's in the crossroads.
Did we actually break open that door, or
No,
No,
it's closed.
the key is wrong.
I thought the door we were at last week?
The key
Nope.
was wrong.
He was too small. But I have a feeling this one is just right.
Actually, I still don't see Agitar. That's weird.
I was gonna say she was right there.
There she is.
Oh. Teleportation.
Teleport.
Okay. As you guys head over to the other direction, you come back out and the feeling of warmth kind of spreads back over you once again. You begin to gaze about the room very slowly. And it's at this point you see this very large wooden door faintly ajar. Obviously, as you can hear the sounds of dogs from the other side and some very, very faint conversation.
Okay, I'm gonna perception to see if I can make out anything that's being said.
Jan listens in as well.
Okay, so you guys start listening in, and as you do so, you hear a husky-voiced woman speaking to two other women at this point. She says, if it wasn't for the if it wasn't for the dogs, I would have long left this forsaken crew. I spend all day surrounded with sleazy men who think nothing but with the little noodles hanging between their legs, constantly attempting to swing well beyond the reach of their how should I say, small hands. And they can't see that I'm quite married to my work. Above all else, you know how hard it is to get the fishy smell out of your clothing after dealing with the Sahagin for so long. At least the pay is good, but I wonder if I'm not just wasting my talents here. Perhaps I should head to Ul'dah and see if I can't find work as a dog breeder or something else of that nature.
Turn back and in a whisper. It seems to be talking about wanting to lead the crew to be a dog breeder in Ul'dah.
Oh.
Maybe if we approach correctly, we might not have to fight anyone.
Well, that would be optimal.
Well, that means You and me are not the ones going in there first, Kato. Because let's face it, when it comes to reasoning and always looking for diplomacy, we're on the short end.
Art chimes in. Well, if she likes fuzzy things, we should send Agitar in first.
Yeah, or you.
No, we are not going to send in the man. We are not sending in the man whore.
He just turns and looks at you like. Hang on, I can't really see my face. He's just like.
Am I wrong?
Then he very slowly looks at Works and he goes. Like, just narrows his eyes very slowly and goes. You don't know my family. I am chaste in comparison.
I'm sure I've heard the number of kids your father has.
To be fair, that's mostly with one woman.
Can we not argue about this right here?
Yeah, we don't want to risk them hearing us.
He's just gonna
In
go.
all honesty,
He
sorry, go on.
turns and looks at Fiona and goes, "What?"
Sending Agitar with her giant warhammer in might send the wrong impression, so you're probably the better bet.
He
You have
goes,
to get with Dick.
just kind of like, you just see Ark's ears just droop, and he goes, "Am I really being bait?"
I can go.
Take your sister with you and go see if you can talk it out.
Just come with, don't worry.
We'll be right behind you.
He just Ark just looks up and he goes,
Not right behind him, but
"Is this how Sis felt all the time? I am more than a pretty face and a wonderfully toned ass."
Yes, you're very.
not gonna argue with that part.
Now get your toned ass in there and diplomatize that shit.
He's like,
Rowan, could you please put your boyfriend on leash?
he's like,
I'm too busy just being odd at this actual conversation.
Yeah.
I think a muzzle would be better than a leash at this point.
I don't even know what to say myself.
That's gonna follow after. That's gonna follow after.
I sincerely wish
Art.
there was just a straight up eraser tool for the lines on this thing.
Mhm.
Maybe start by knocking.
Maybe we can ask a dog breeder for one.
So then we should all hide, correct?
Or at least get out of sight.
Isn't that what hiding is?
Yes.
Oh, that's a wall.
Right here at all.
Into the sea with you.
That is how I will.
Stand back here.
That is how I will avoid being seen. Just phase into the wall.
I don't exist anymore.
Also, I'm gonna put out my light spell for now.
You don't have moves through rock.
He is the rock.
Ah,
No, my name isn't Dwayne.
No, that was your first companion.
Oh, so yeah, I'm gonna put out my light spell for now and just.
Okay. Art kind of walks in. I'm guessing, Dak, you're like following like right behind him.
Mm-hmm.
You said the rest of you are hiding. I guess except for Fionn. So Ark has walked in with Fionn, Dak, and a trio of fairies. And he kind of is like,
Welcome to the magic ship. No.
he just like, he kind of looks at you two and he goes, "God damn it, I'm becoming Muge." No, God damn it, what was that? He's like, "God damn it, I'm becoming Mojito."
You were not that bad.
As you all walk in, Dak, Fionn, please make a perception. Dak sees shit all. Dak is marveling at the toned ass.
That's the third time in a row that I've gotten a 1 on like my first roll.
Well, it's gonna be one of those nights.
Because the door is now open, I will allow Yedra and Kato, Works, and Rowan to roll a perception as well.
23.
Works with a 6.
I'm still more perceptive than Works.
I was gonna say, it's a bad Tart's 1 is better than my 6.
Well, technically, we have to have a
not.
minus 10 to that, so Tart technically rolled a 4.
Well,
Still not making me feel better.
actually, technically, it was like a 19 because of like 3 with Millie and 2 being within arm's reach of them.
Whatever. It's still better than me.
Yeah, it would have been actually.
Works is also distracted by Art's butt.
Ooh, pretty.
Everyone but Dak and Works. At this point, Works is kind of like can't get the right angle to look around. He kind of just gives up. Everyone else kind of looks into the room, and the first thing that they note is there's a number of cages in this room. Like, everywhere. There's at least 9 built into the floor, each of them holding what looks to be 2 to 3 wolfhounds apiece. Likewise, the cages kind of lined up against the wall all seem to have 1 inside of it. 3 of the cages have full litters of puppies in them. So you're looking at between the 9 with 2 to 3 in each of them, the litters of puppies, and the other cages. 13. You're looking at close to 64 to 70 dogs in this room. You hear like faint whimpering here and there from the puppies that was too quiet to hear while you were coming in. And as you come in and start looking further in, you see you see 2 of the sharpshooters that you've already seen earlier, but they've kind of like got their guns balanced up, their rifles held against their chest and their hands on top of it, kind of like leaning against them in a very bored manner. And across the room, dressed in leather pants, almost knee-high black boots with a red sash around her waist and a kind of white crop top with a brown corset tied in it, is a gorgeous tan-skinned woman with a long black braid and bright green eyes, who kind of faces towards you with this seraphic face. She's unnaturally pretty by all accounts. It almost makes you think of
Rowan immediately wants
what?
her boots. I said Rowan immediately dislikes her, but wants her boots.
Yeah, it's everything about her is almost overly idealized. Very wide hips, full bust. This unnatural and easy grace with every movement that she makes. Thin fingers kind of covered in these soft velvet gloves. And as she kind of like cocks her head and looks at you all, she looks at Ark first and kind of does a passable. And then looks at the 2 of you, looks at Rowan and Fionn, and does a...
Wait,
looks at Dak, goes, cute. like the look that she gives. She's not saying this. She's like looking you over, and the look in her eyes, kind of what Fionn can see, not Dak, and what Art can see is like she does a once over of Dak and kind of goes, "That's precious." Then looks over at Fionn and goes, "Potential." Then looks at Ark and is like, "A few drinks and maybe." At which point, she kind of just looks at Fionn and goes, "I can tell almost immediately that you are probably the brains behind everyone here. How may I help you, my dear Ellison? Are you lost and need a way out? Or perhaps you were attracted by the sounds of the better species here?" And she points to the dogs.
We overheard your deliberations about seeking out a new job, and we thought that we could help you with...
Offer an opportunity.
Not there.
She just kind of smirks at you, Fionn, and she goes, "And what deal could you offer me?" And just kind of smiles at you.
We have contacts
At this
within
point,
the-
you realize like she's looking through you, not at you.
We have contacts with the Immortal Flames as well as other grand companies who would be glad to take your services.
She goes, "That is where I will have to decline. You see, I am tired of watching my dogs live lives of warfare and slaughter and being treated like nothing more than weapons. But I want them to live full and happy lives, to roam free and be taken care of."
Kato's gonna kind of poke in. Well, I'm sure there are plenty of wealthy old dons who would give them a happy home.
She looks at you, Kato, kind of goes, after a few seconds, like you get that, with your perception, you can see the look in her eyes. She's like, and it kind of twinkles for a second and goes, "Big, but effeminate. Obviously not interested in women. Not my type, anyway."
I look at you and just like, where the hell did everybody go?
She's just kind of like, she's looking at you going, "It is a very sweet offer, and yes, I am sure myself and my dogs would appreciate it, as would my pair of handlers here. But are you suggesting that I abandon ship fully and just run away?"
To be honest, there might not be much of a ship left once we're done here.
Ship is a figure of speech.
Fionn gently elbows Kato.
Dex just kind of looking unsure about whether or not she should say what she wants to say or not.
At this point, she's like starting to saunter towards you. And by saunter, I mean she has a very clear and distinct strut in her walk. Like the heels of her boots kind of clicking over the steel as she comes. She's got like the hip sachet going. This is somebody who knows they're very attractive and has no problem flaunting it at all.
I do have a parcel of land. I'm not so sure if I could offer... She looks around at all the cages. All of your dog's space?
She goes, "And now, dear, you have my attention rather fully. So, How much land are we talking? And is there room for expansion?
I'm now trying to remember exactly how big our parcel of land is. Pretty damn.
Well, I'm sure expansion is definitely in the question
There is
eventually.
Yeah, there is room for expansion.
And where exactly is this land?
Between
about-
Arpaneus and Grenania.
Yeah.
She goes, between them, here Aperneus has a growing dog racing industry, and their dogs are treated very well. Definitely keeps them out of fighting. Likewise, I hear there are a number of dog shows that they've been putting on recently.
I don't remember.
Diplomacy roll.
Yeah. Please.
Woo!
27,
aid
28
or-
if I could be attractive to her or not.
Well,
No.
I mean, she thinks you're cute.
No, she thinks I'm precious.
Same thing.
Bitch, I'm adorable.
Yeah, I'm adorable. I work hard to look this good.
Trying to aid, I guess.
Connor, you only helping.
I'll give you DACA +2. Okay. She kind of looks and goes. Actually, Connor, what do you say to attempt to aid Dak?
Kind of the whole always room to expand and
Okay. Alright, so she begins kind of moving in closer. And without a word, kind of gets within like 5 feet of the group, and without a word, kind of just moves closer to Dak's side and is standing right in front of her, but she has reached an arm around Ark and has kind of a U around him and has grabbed the base of his tail, and he's just standing there like straight up, ears up in the air, and she's just playing with his tail. Just kind of twisting it back and forth between her fingers.
Madam.
He's just like... just not saying a word. Just looks incredibly uncomfortable.
Madam, please.
What?
He's our friend.
I will consider him collateral until an agreement can be reached.
No, I'm afraid that's not possible.
Oh, I'm just having a little fun at your expense. At which point she looks to Fionn and goes, how true is this one's words? You do not strike me as the... Your eyes narrow, lying type.
It is true. We do own quite a parcel of land with wilderness in all directions, and we are hoping to make quite a trading hub out of it, with direct service to Brine-Time, of course.
She kind of stops and taps her lip a little. And goes, well, I am assuming I am being offered a place free of charge?
Roland looks over at her and says, since we're not going to be there very much, you being there with the animals as a caretaker, I'm sure we can put that into play.
Yeah, we could.
Your animals would have free reign, and you and your animals will be on your own and can help us at the same time.
She goes,
So it's a win-win situation.
roll diplomacy, Ron.
Oh.
Jack better aid me.
I will grant you a +5 because it's a very good argument.
Nice.
That I'm a hot chick, okay?
At that point, she
I agree.
Yeah.
At that point,
Double
she walks around, still like Instagram hand holding Ark's tail as she comes around to you. She kind of stops, cocks her head to the side, and looks down the shape of your body, your dress, and she goes, "Which dress are you wearing, by the way?"
I'm not wearing the red one. I'm just wearing oh crap, what was I wearing? I'm not wearing anything. I don't remember.
Let's tend to diplomacy.
Hey, what's up? Hey!
Are you wearing your normal attire?
I'm wearing my normal Ellison attire.
Okay. She kind of walks over and she looks you over, looks down the line of your body. There's this faint moment where she catches the top of your chest and the slope of your face. She's like, then looks back up at you and you see this very faint twinkle in her eyes and she goes, "You make an excellent point. My dogs can offer protection to a degree, of course. Most of the new ones will not be combat trained. However, I assure you that they can easily be taught to hunt. It is within their nature."
Will bends her hand. Oh, no, sorry, you're still talking. Never mind, go ahead.
She goes, "My only question is if at some point you are looking to make a farm of some sort. I believe several of the puppies would be wonderful herders of any variety."
Well, it hadn't come up yet, but it's definitely something we'd consider.
Meanwhile, Ark is had to turn around because he's getting pulled by his tail.
Jack's batting at her hand. Please let him go.
So Rowan decides that she's also going to check the girl out, and she's like, I gotta know where you got those boots. That's my first question. My second question is really not more of a question, but as long as I could play with a few of the puppies, I'll be good. I grew up, I have 30 puppies back in Redania, so,
She goes, "That can very easily be arranged. As for the boots, there was a wonderful leather worker by the name of Jeremiah over in Vesper Bay. Very strong hands, very good with a knife as well. Sadly, he passed away not too long ago. He was a man of about 70. These were, if I am recalling correctly, one of the last 10 pieces he ever made."
I will definitely see if he had an apprentice, because I have to tell you, those boots are incredible.
I have to admit, your cloak is rather lovely. The craftsmanship on it is exquisite.
Yes, it was a gift.
Meanwhile, you're watching as she's talking, she's moved her other hand, she's crawled it up his tail and is walking his back, and now she's tugging and playing with his ears. She's it's not a toy.
I apologize, but please be mindful of our brother's personal space.
Just looks and goes, "Huh?"
Please let my brother go.
She just kind of goes, "Oh, I'm sorry. My hand wanders to fuzzy things." Just pulls her hand away.
Rowan looks around. So, how many puppies do we have here?
You're looking at around 25 at the moment, with another 40 full grown.
That's a lot of doggies.
I think 2 of them are currently in the midst of term, so
More to come.
more to come. Anywhere from an additional 12 to 30.
Keon, during these talks, is hurriedly drafting a note of employment confirmation.
She says, let's worry about that after we get to the location. Shall we?
Of course.
Well,
As of right.
there is the issue of why we're here in the first place.
Kill them, I don't care.
Okay.
Do you have the keys?
No.
Do you know where we can get the keys?
Well, I'm assuming one of the ones had the key going directly eastward. So that should slip right in, and the next key should be in that room.
Well,
Wonderful. Thank you.
yeah, there's that.
I know that we've been amiss and come to. I apologize for rudeness, but I'm going to extend my hand, and of course my hand is going to be very worn just well because it's me. I'm Rowan Darksbane of Ishgard.
She grabs your hand, and as she does so, all the heat in your hand immediately disappears. And she gives you a very firm shake. I am Sophia Alexandras.
Well, Sophia, it is an absolute.
You
My hand
cut
is
out.
still holding. I just said, Sophia, it's an absolute pleasure to meet you, and my hand is still holding hers.
She gives it a little shake, and she pats you, and she goes, as it was with you, if you all will excuse me, I need to get the dogs out of the cages and prepare them for travel and the like. I'll also have to get out of the cage. Madam, and she's pointing to Fionn, goes, excuse me, I'm assuming you came here on behalf of the Yellow Jackets or the Maelstrom?
We're just collecting about young Captain Madsen.
Right. Well then, do any of you have a spare set of clothing?
Dick, meanwhile, is like going over her and like, okay, so I should probably need this much space. None that would fit you, I'm afraid. And then goes back to her calculating.
Pull out her dress.
She kind of looks at your dress and she goes, Are you quite sure?
Considered a loan of good faith.
She kind of
Just as just for now, to sweeten the deal. And then once we return home, you can return that dress to me.
She goes, I can do that, however, I must issue a warning.
Yes.
If I am... She kind of pauses and looks down for a moment, then kind of looks back up and taps her fingers. Goes,
Oh, I might be too tall for you.
no.
I think she's a Rogan, so
She is not. She's a Highlander Kyrian.
yeah, similar size.
She's
Her
she's
must
maybe
be
like
too big.
she's maybe like 3 to 4 inches shorter than you, Rowan. So it would be a little long, but with the heels that she's wearing, you're about the same height. She goes, no, this is embarrassing. But if I am recognized, it's more than likely they will try to arrest me. And I have only a few gifts. My ability to make people look the other way on my back happens to be another.
If you require transportation, we are in fact planning to assist our brother in passing through as well, so.
She goes, okay. I mean,
If you wait outside the caves for us to finish up in here, we'll do our best to make sure you're not arrested on our way back.
Rowan looks over at Tart. She's like, you know what I'm thinking, Tart?
I was thinking the same thing.
Got that.
Takes off her hairband. I keep losing this. This thing is going to need to be repaired as soon as I get home. She offers her hairband.
She looks down at it and goes, I don't quite think that would fit on my head, dear, but it's
It's a polymorph hat.
She holds it up and she's like, phew, and it turns into just like a normal looking hat. It changes shape. It can change how you look. She's just looking at it. She's just looking at it like, I keep having to give this away. It's a hat of disguise.
She goes, she like turns and looks behind her and she goes, I might have another idea. Do you all take care of whatever businesses you have and come back when you're done?
Alright.
She like hands the hat back to you.
Puts it back on.
Alright.
Everyone keeps offering my hat to people.
Maybe you should stop doing that then.
But so Rakata is just like,
in the back.
At that point, she's basically turned around and is more or less ignoring you all now. And is like starting to undo the cages.
Alright, we best not keep her waiting. She does not seem like a pleasant person to be kept waiting.
yeah, sounds like a good idea.
Shall we?
Fion's going to give the sharpshooters a quick look to try and guess if they're loyal to Alexandria or not.
They just look bored.
I think she said they were her handlers, basically. Just kind of looks over at Works and Hunt. We made a friend. Also
that one's harder than I expected.
a land mate. We're
Well,
gonna
I
have
guess
some
we're gonna
company at the rest stop.
Why do I feel like there's more to this than you're telling me?
She's an animal handler.
About 60 dogs.
Yeah.
I'm okay with this.
A lot of them are puppies.
Yeah,
I'm very okay with this.
we just need to finish up here, then we'll iron out the details.
Just
What are we waiting for? Let's go!
I believe
Let's
she
hurry!
said,
We can go
I believe she said that key you have is the one that goes to the door on the east side. Big room.
Alright.
Fion.
Yes?
Art kind of walks past you very slowly. Roll a perception as he walks by.
I'm just gonna.
Butt touch?
That's an 18.
Are you okay?
He looks visibly upset And not like I'm angry upset, like traumatized upset as he's walking away.
Dex kind of goes up alongside Argus. Are you okay?
It's like, don't talk to me right now.
Oh, okay.
I gotta run. I
Sorry.
go. So I heard we make friends.
Works. Not now, please.
Okay.
She's now looking fairly upset about this.
Fiona looks rather ashamed, since that was her idea.
Well, it's kind of my idea, actually.
Well, okay. Fair enough.
Okay, we have no idea what's on the other side of this door, so Works, you go ahead and open it. I'll stand back here.
Kono, how about you open it, and I'll go stand back there.
Or we can
Agitator,
let Agitator
Agitator.
open it.
Alright, I'm lost.
Go down south and then east.
Yeah.
I wasn't like looking pulled out enough.
It's okay.
I wish they had a button that would center you on your token.
That would be sweet.
That would
That
be.
would.
I think there actually is, but I don't remember what it is.
Mm.
Let's see.
Anyway, you all approach the door, and as you approach, you see it's probably a 25-foot wide door, singular key latch in almost the dead center of it, around your hand level, though the door itself is probably close to 15 feet tall. By your looks, it appears to be carved out of an abandoned ship's bow.
Complete with figurehead?
No figurehead, but there is sort of like this.
Where one used to be.
There's like a shadow that's been painted blue.
Alright, well. Unless Batchtar has the power to open doors.
We have the key.
I know we have the key. I mean, Agitar is like 10 feet tall. I don't know if she can grab a tiny key in big hands.
And put the
Why don't
key
you
in.
put the key in the
At that
lock?
point, Agitar turns, grabs Works, and lifts him up and goes, "I have a key." It's like brings him back into a ramming motion.
I'm
Last time
okay with
this happened, I did
this.
not enjoy it!
She goes, "And why do you keep running your mouth?"
It's a curse.
She like holds you. Put the key in, you idiot.
Yes, Mama.
So,
It puts the answer.
suddenly wonders if they have actually checked if it's a little course.
What?
Well, given the whole dragon thing, there's no telling. Might be part of it, might not be. Who knows?
Anywho,
Waits for a second to see if anything blows up.
as you all kind of take a moment, you put the key in, and as soon as you do, it doesn't even wait. The doors just like fly open, and you look inside, and there's a number of tables and women inside, dressed basically as maids, and they kind of all look for a moment towards you as if they're expecting someone else, and they kind of look confused. At which point, you see a pair of swordsmen get up, like getting ready to defend themselves, and a pair of sharpshooters. Then, one moment.
Jeez.
Alright, just trying to look back in Kato. This is why I don't open doors.
At which point,
When I do, there's bad stuff behind them.
At which point, you look through and you see a singularly looking, brawny, half Rogan, half Highlander Hurrian male, by the looks of him, with this huge, bushy red beard tied into 3 braids, a half-bald head covered in scars, chest exposed with a leather bandolier going over it, and this huge metal pauldron covering one part of it. Rows of dragon's teeth lining down the edge of the pauldron with red rope tying down it. You look and you see Fiona, you probably know this. What was the name of the type of demon that they had at the end of Halatali?
Tangata?
Not the actual name, like what the demon typing is.
I think it's an ogre of some kind.
Let me look it up real.
Because it's got the same model as the ogres in Karthus.
Probably.
Oh, that was right. It's an ogre.
Ogre. He's got an ogre skull around his belt, and then another one on one of his boots. He's got an axe head that looks very similar to Yedrin's, with 3 human skulls lining across it. And he just kind of like looks over, narrows his eyes a little bit, and he goes, "You the one's been making trouble." Kodo with that natural 1. I don't know what you were will saving against. I'm assuming
check.
Thirst. Oh my god! Kodo just nods his knees. He's like,
I'm sorry, what did Kato say?
a
Basically,
thirst check.
like, he hot.
Gather, there you go. Here's some water for you.
Oh my god!
Kato starts the battle charmed.
Kato with...
We'll be back for you later.
I hate to do this to you, Kato, but with that roll, not only you're charmed, you're having moments... You suddenly have this realization that you have daddy issues. Because you want to call that man daddy.
Oh god, I saw this coming.
Oh no.
The man has an ogre skull on his belly
Technically, it's on his dick.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Do I have to cast anything before we fight?
He's not even charging at you. He just asked you a fucking question.
Okay.
Likewise, you all quickly notice this dude's about 11 feet tall.
Oh god, why?
That's a tall drink of water.
Oh,
he's bigger than Agitar. And probably about as wide, but more muscular.
Oh god.
how is that half Rogan and half Highlander?
There's a such thing as gigantism.
There.
I'm just gonna back up slowly. Go ahead, Kato, you take this one.
Let's see.
Kato's like, my name is Kato.
Go out, Kato, flirt with him.
Hello, Papa Bear.
Seduce him. Make him your lover.
Agitar, when you say that, Agitar just looks at you like, she goes, I have a number of questions for you, boy. The first of them is, what is wrong with you?
Later. Just kind of go.
Says, are you patronizing me right now?
Is this where Kato dies?
I mean, I know that I was flirting with the chick, but, you know, you don't have to flirt with the guy.
I don't have to. But I failed my will save.
Agitor's like, think of Sulao.
What about him?
You see a bear face bomb.
Or better yet, just who now?
Oh,
Face palms around the corner. Why, Kato? Why?
Guy is still standing there, just like looking at you, like.
Well, at least it's better than that one Keeper of the Moon.
Not causing trouble, per se, just...
Kind of looks behind you. The pile of dead bodies behind you beg to differ.
Oh, those are here when we got here.
Oh my god, no.
I was gonna say, you don't know we did that. That could have been anyone.
I mean, you opened the door with a key that one of them held. And I had just seen most of them alive about an hour ago.
Does it necessarily mean we did it? I mean, did you see us do it?
You still have blood on you!
Oh my god.
Especially the bear!
No, she doesn't.
It's like,
oh.
Kind of like wiggles away from behind Kato.
This is my own blood. I'm sorry. I didn't do anything.
and he goes, and what about that one over there coated from head to toe?
Talking about Hunt.
Talking about Hunt!
Just sprayed.
She's got anger management issue.
Sir, yes, we were the ones causing issues, but we don't want any trouble. We were attacked, earlier.
We just killed all his people. We don't want any trouble.
Party chat for the OOC.
It's hard because of the phone.
Fair. I didn't realize you were on a phone.
Yes. I'm always on the phone. Say, hello.
Didn't realize that. Alright. I'll give you an exception for now. I'm gonna buy you a laptop sooner or later.
Be my guest. I need a new one.
Theo, you bluffed, like saying Hunt had anger management issues.
I think so, yeah.
Yep.
Oh my god.
And that's also the excuse for why she has blood on her. Anger management
Oh
issues.
my god. Okay. So, I'm gonna make you take a -10 on that shit.
Still 21!
Yeah.
She's like, raises an eyebrow very slowly, and he goes, okay, I knew some berserkers back in Vorreal, but just kind of opens his mouth and he closes it. He goes, I shouldn't accept that. I really shouldn't. But I'm gonna.
Just knowledge local. Do
You know
see it
nothing.
Oh, okay.
You go.
You're too entranced.
You go. Oh yeah, Vorreal is a place. Guy's standing there though, and he's still just like looking at you all like you're the biggest bunch of fucking idiots he's ever seen in his life.
Well, we kind of are.
We kind of feel that way right now.
Just kind of looking around at all of you, and he sees he's outnumbered, and he's like,
We just need
actually, roll a sense motive.
Sense motive.
Only the highest person between you and one person can assist.
Well, that ain't
I
me.
got +8.
Better than I got. Or
So
are we
who's
just
got the highest sense motive in the group?
Not
looks
me.
like Rowan. Unless anyone's got higher than a 10.
I might. Let me go and check. It's.
My sense 13. Yeah, you roll.
Well, I meant like
Your
the
modifier.
Mine is
modifier.
my modifier is
Yeah.
higher at 11. It's
Okay, Rowan, you can assist Yedrin. So Yedrin, I'll give you a +2 off of Rowan's assist.
Damn.
So 19. Yedrin, you've seen the look in this dude's eyes before. You are recognizing rather clearly. He's doing a cost-benefit analysis to see how many of you he could kill before you killed him. And by the look in his eyes, he's fairly. By the look in his eyes, you get the sense that he's fairly certain he could kill at least half of you.
So I'm just trying to think in my head how to translate that into something I could tell the party.
Or fucked.
However, you also note, as he's looking at you, he's like, "That's a nice axe."
Oh no.
Talk about your axe, man. Talk about your axe.
Like you can see him like looking at his axe and looking at yours, and he's like,
Go make friend.
Do I get the feeling that they're gonna start throwing out over their axes?
I was going to ask, is it like kill them and take the axe kind of look, or
"It's a, I'm gonna take that axe look."
yeah?
It's an, excuse my language, it's, "I'm going to fuck her skull and then take that axe." It's like, and I really hate to say this one, it's, "I'm going to rip all the skin off of her skull, dry it, and then replace the ogre skull on my belt."
Yeah, no, diplomacy isn't gonna fucking work here.
Yeah, no.
That's the look he's giving. He's not saying or acting on it yet.
Still.
What would it be like? Yeah, stealth to like just quietly like whisper to the group. Hey, this guy really wants to kill us. So,
I will say with your sense motive, it's not, you get the feeling that it's not like a, "I want to kill you," it's a, "if it comes to it, this is the way I'm gonna do it," sort of deal. With your sense motive at 19, you get the feeling that he's just kind of like, "I don't want to be here, but I have to."
and all this, I'm trying to figure out how to tell the group any of this.
Are you making like any signal or anything?
I'm not even sure what signals we can make. Like, does the team have signals?
No, I mean, are you? What I mean is, like, what is your body language right now?
Do you look uncomfortable or, you know?
I'm having connection issues.
Oh my god.
Rowan knows what I'm talking about.
What just?
Yes, you do.
Oh my god.
Time for a musical number!
Oh god. You
need to
and
get the
I
connection cut
are
out then.
too awfully different.
Way down deep inside, I've got a dream. He's got a dream!
Up.
I guess my body language, if I had to put it towards, would be somewhat ready for a fight if it happens, and probably looking more than pissed off at someone eyeing the axe.
Just imagining Hunt now wrapping herself around the axe and just hissing.
Good job.
Anger management issues.
Why does it sound like porn music, and why are we gonna get fucked?
In one way or another, yes.
Gotta take one for the team.
At that point, Art just holds up his hand like this over his mouth. And in the back of your head, Yedrin, you hear, "What's going on? Why do you look more off-put than usual?" You can respond to this message.
I need that spell.
I'm trying to remember the exact rules of this spell. It's
You can say anything.
Just think it.
Yeah.
basically thinks back to him. He's not necessarily. He feels duty down to God. He might be able to be back down, but he's ready to get a fight. He's pretty sure he can take most of us, and he's eyeing my fucking axe.
Art holds his hand again and he goes, "So Rowan, you can hear this in the back of your head." He goes, "I have a way we can probably end this immediately if it comes down to it. There's only one issue.
What's that?
You've got to stand in front of me."
I have to stand in front of you?
Yes.
Aren't I already in front of you?
He's like,
No.
"No, you're standing behind me."
You're here. He's there.
Well, he keeps his hand up and he goes, "There's only one other issue as well."
I'm gonna die?
"No, I have to touch you."
Hey now.
Not that way.
Works, you can't hear any of this, shut up. I'm only kidding. I think.
Works just gains a slight suspicion. Why do I feel like I want to slap Mark?
Darn.
Just reminds me of the SpongeBob episode. SpongeBob.
At that point, while you're all like talking, Agitar looks up and she goes, "You know, big man, you remind me a lot of my late husband. You've got the same beard that he does and the same swagger with an axe. But I wonder if you've got the same heart as a man who could tame a wild beast like me." He's just
Tyler
like,
just glares up at Agitar.
the guy just goes, "Did that fucking bear just talk to me?"
You weren't here. It happened.
She goes,
I put my head around. Yes, apparently it likes you.
at that point, Agitar goes, "Bear, I'm more woman than you could ever handle."
Okay,
She's like,
here we go.
it's like a bit too much hair. But I like the attitude.
Oh,
There, meanwhile, backed up.
He just kind of stops and goes, "Okay, so before there's any more confusion and more uncomfortable shit happening, are we gonna kill each other or are we gonna talk?"
preferably you could talk.
It's like, I've been waiting for you to do something other than look at my dick.
I totally didn't catch any of that.
I just heard dick at the end.
He said, "Well, I've been waiting for you all to do something other than to stare at my dick."
Hey, I promise you, I have not. I am a taken woman.
I'm more talking about these two in the front. Between the woman and the he just like squints his eyes. Astrologian?
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna be honest, I'm feeling a bit like a piece of meat.
We just want the key.
We're not here for you.
I mean, I kind
Speak
of
for yourself.
figured. I don't even have a bounty in my head.
I mean, as far as we're concerned, if you give us the key and turn a blind eye, we'll leave this door and not knock on it again.
He just kind of waves his hands. He's like, as much as you all seem like decent, if horny folk,
Hey!
You have to understand, our astrologian friend here, he really doesn't do well, and he didn't sure to have a glass of water. And unfortunately, you have charmed him, and we all feel, the rest of us, we feel your pain because we have to live with this.
at that point, like, you see Art bring his hand up and he goes, "Works, get the fuck out of the way." You can respond to this message. He goes,
Quite honestly, I've already done enough burning and fighting, and if I can keep from killing anybody else, I'd be so very happy for that.
he goes, "Look, I'm already gonna guess and say that you all are here to go kill Madison. Yes?"
Kill, capture, whichever we can get away with.
Whatever. Honestly, I can't just let you do that. I owe the man a lot. I think he's a repugnant piece of shit that deserves to be scraped off the bottom of the ocean floor with a 2x4. But he did save my life.
You give us Madison, and you take over his work.
I don't want his work.
What do you want?
Not you.
Do you have a dream?
No, Kato, we're not starting a musical number.
He goes, "Look, the only thing I want is to be able to leave this place with my honor intact. And I owe the man a life debt, and if I don't repay it, I'm not be able to look anybody back home in the eye ever again."
So we have a tiny fight, you go down, we say we beat everybody up, but you survive because we heal you afterwards. How about that?
Roll a diplomacy with a minus
Roll
10.
mine. Oh, Christ.
That's with minus because he doesn't like girls.
No,
Because you're...
Because honor.
because he's a warrior and a northern berserker, and you just asked him to throw a fight.
I assist.
He looks at you and he goes... There's just this moment where he's looking at you utterly dumbfounded. Like,
And all I don't want to hurt anybody else. I just wanted this and a home, and I want a beach, and just be done with it. I don't want to kill anyone.
you see him looking at you, he's like, his eyebrows are way up, his eyes are wide, he's got that bug eye look, like, what'd you just say to me? And then he listens for a moment, and he goes, "Look, I ain't about to throw no fight. I hadn't lost a fight in my life, and I'm not about to start. Now, if you actually beat me, I'm happy to admit whatever."
Okay, look.
Ark at that point just goes,
There are plenty of other ways to earn honor than fighting us. Plenty of more honorable ways to do so.
he stops, he looks at you like, "What?"
Slaying a beast terrorizing a village.
At that point, he lowers his hands down to his belt and he jingles the skull on his crotch.
Saw that coming.
There's more trophies to be had.
You know, Dragon Skull would look pretty nice right there.
He's like, the one I have don't fit.
Shit.
I'm guessing it's.
You cut out Rowan, I think.
Oh, yeah, I changed my mind on them.
She realized what she was gonna say halfway through saying it. It's like, no.
Thanks for cutting out.
Have you considered trying to take down Garlemald single-handedly?
He just narrows his eyes at you. I take it he's just stupid one.
It's kind of a tie between me and the Dragoon.
Boy, I will smack you upside the head.
Ezra turns around and backhands you, works. And it comes back around and slaps the back of Kato's head. He goes, "Ugh." He goes, "Who's the strongest one out of all of you?"
Points to Hunt.
Shamefully points to Hunt, just like, yeah. Don't want to admit it, but yeah.
Not says a word, but touching her nose. He knows he's the toughest one.
He goes, "You, come here."
Go, Hunt.
Just see Hunt like, bitch wants my axe. No.
I was gonna say, I'm not magic. Also, send all the fire now message.
Just waiting for Art to do a fastball special.
At this point, Ark has his hand squarely on Rowan's back.
The unsized mutters a spell and passes it to Zinnia. Could you put this on that shot, please?
Okay. Zoop.
I'm quite afraid now.
He's still just like looking at you, Yedrin, waiting for you to come up to him.
Just seriously looks at all of them like, really?
Yes.
Remember I said there'd be a
It's an
time.
Agitar.
Stay out of fire range.
You muttering that to Yidrin?
No, I was out of character, but it's like, dude, just stay out of the way.
The other character is the problem. I don't know what fire range is for what's gonna happen.
A straight line.
No block in sight, man.
Yeah.
So he starts moving up. It's not gonna get into the fire line.
It's like at that point, like the two swordsmen just kind of like step off to the side, like watching you come in. Like everyone's just watching you. And they're seeing you like go along the wall, like they're like,
That's kind of long.
fuck.
No, just go straight.
Yeah.
I will be right back, guys.
Oh, okay.
He's like,
You know,
I don't have all day.
would you rather Agitar do it? She asks Yidrin impatiently.
He's like, I've got mead to drink and bitches to fuck.
Oh dear lord.
My volunteers tribute.
Ah.
Kitty.
What is this even gonna be about?
Sorry, I asked Kitty.
I can't see. I don't see your thing for some reason. I probably have to read Chrome.
Just reconnect the,
Yeah, whatever.
The unsizing
Yeah,
casts
yeah.
haste on Agitar.
Except now I don't see that.
Well, haste is a group spell, so it hit everybody around you.
True. Okay. Impose.
Okay, impose. Are you going up to him or not, Yedrin?
I'm getting close. It's just like
He's still like standing there. He's like tapping his foot now, like looking.
Well,
at
I want to make sure I'm not on the firing line in case the Ark has to save my life or something.
Editor charges.
He's like,
Oh god.
he goes, okay, I like the. He goes, I like the enthusiasm, but you didn't even hear what I had to say first. Are you sure you want to go through with this?
What does the editor say?
Agitar goes, I'm down for anything, big man. And he goes, I'm slightly more uncomfortable than I was before, but okay. Alright, I want you to hit me as hard as you fucking can. And then I'm gonna hit you as hard as I fucking can.
Oh, editor charging.
At which point he goes, and whichever one of us is worse off loses.
That
That did not work!
That's not gonna be enough.
Run up and boom! Agitar hits him in the chest and he's like,
Roll 2 ones.
it just smacks him and he like looks down. And he's like, that was a whole lot of talk for not a lot.
But we need some criticals here.
Does a 32 hit Agitar?
It does.
Alrighty.
Even with the mage armor?
With the mage armor, yes.
Yeah.
There's reasons why I was really on approaching this, because I figured.
Ark, you're planning on nuking him.
I'm only probably say like 60 damage.
He turns around and brings the axe into Agitar and smacks her dead in the belly and kind of goes up and it shears all the fur from her abdomen all the way up to her neck off, bringing this gigantic red spot across her. He rolled pretty shit, but he still dealt 30 damage.
Yikes.
He goes,
Editor's still standing at least.
he's like, brings a motion, takes a drink, and you realize he just drank a health potion. He looks at Yedrin. Okay, that was disappointing. You.
What are you doing?
Yeah, this is gonna suck. Anyways,
You can do a full action on this one.
Bring your best.
Like, literally the hardest hitting attack you have, please.
I was gonna say, hey, it's okay if it say study target and then do it.
I would say he's really fucking impatient right now, so he's probably gonna swing at you before you can study him.
Well, study's a swift action, so.
I mean, obviously, you guys are just standing around doing fuck all, so you could have studied target at any point.
Yeah. In which case.
You hit him and he goes, like, it's a good cut. Does a 31 hit you?
Yep.
Yeah, does Vital Strike include your strength twice?
Nope.
No? So, just once?
No, yep, everything runs except for damage dice, which it does the second time.
Hits you across the head as hard as he can with the broadside of the axe. You actually feel the skulls on his axe strike across your face and pop your jaw out of alignment. Before the swing, because of how big he is, actually like lifts you up and causes you to flip over onto your side. He deals 41 points of damage to you.
Jesus.
So I dealt 44 and he dealt
41. He's like looking at his chest. He's bleeding rather profusely. He's like,
yeah.
He looks at you and he sees your jaw popped out and like the blood coming out of your mouth and off your nose, but you being like getting back up. He goes, grabs your head, goes, pops it back into place.
Motherfucker.
But he does it with 2 fingers too. Like he's that big. He's just like. And he goes. He's like looking at his chest for a moment. He's like scratching an itch. The guy stops for a second and he's like, you guys would roll diplomacy.
Oh, Christ.
Okay.
And freaking.
Like, you want me to roll diplomacy?
Wow,
Oh my god.
Here he goes. Alright. Fix those 2 up, we're fighting. I was gonna say you weren't even worth it and I was gonna leave, but something about that last one, again, I just stroked something inside of me.
Lalo, why are you in the way?
I was healing!
Mark's like, head on.
Here.
Ooh. Yes, Ark.
You're giving us time to heal. Get back here.
Big fire. He's like, I've had enough of this shit.
Do it.
Oh,
What am I doing?
I need you to cast first.
Alright, I'll cast Fireball.
Are you casting it? Are you sure?
What?
Big fire.
What are you? Big fire? It's so wait a minute.
Dragon.
What?
You've been wanting to cast that dragon spell.
Okay.
Which means y'all
I'm
better
sorry,
get
that's
your
what I was
booties.
thinking when I heard big fire.
Y'all better get your booties out of there, cause Hunter's about to burn to a crisp.
Then
Yeah, no, he said for you guys to go get healed up. So
Yeah, I would have moved to go get healed up if he said it. Yeah,
Yeah, did say that.
you ain't around for that. I've known that it's gonna happen.
Okay.
well, while he's giving us time.
Do what?
Let's have for the red.
Okay. As you start
Gonna
to
do that.
do this, and you get the fire starts to swell around you, Art goes, yeah, no, I'm sick of this shit and I'm already fucking pissed. And so, but, apologies to you, but I'm about to show you what 2 monsters can do, not a meathead. And he puts his hand on Rowan's back, and all you see is this bolt of lightning spread out of him, jet out like wings, and then pump through Rowan, as Rowan brings up this draconic head around her, this massive burning red entity just surrounds her and Ark, and these bolts of lightning sear around inside of it. It slowly forms until you can see the entirety of what looks to be a great worm skull come up, and inside you can just see this blue energy forming until it creates another skull inside of it. And you can see the red dragon opens its mouth and it breathes, and you see Quetzalcoatl shoot out and just dart towards this man, and then the rest of the dragon follows suit. Rowan, you may roll your damage for Consort of the Red, and you may add 9d6 to that.
Dear God!
Going down.
D6?
Said you can, so you can add an extra 9d6 to your roll.
All these ones.
What the fuck, dice?
Okay. So,
Or maybe you roll those extra 9d6.
I rolled the same fucking thing.
Are you kidding me?
35 is actually above average, so.
I rolled
Still.
4 6s, 3 3s, and 2 1s.
Oh, God.
Regardless,
It's damage.
the total is 56. And as this fire comes up and just rushes through this guy, he just goes, he's like looking, he's like, what the fuck? You said you dealt 44 to him? Yedrin?
Yeah.
Yep.
He didn't heal after Hunt's hit.
No, he did not.
I'll
So
let
the
her know.
strike goes through him, and he's still standing. Now, he's like been over, like charred, electrocuted. Has just had all this energy go through him. He looks up and he goes, "Now that is a fucking hit." You can tell he's visibly hurt now. You may roll initiative.
Oh, God damn it.
Let's see. Did that go through? Well, that would have healed Yedrin at least, so whatever.
Hang on. Let me add Kato.
I was gonna say, what healing did I get?
I gave you 8.
I gave you 13.
And then it looks like Young gave 19.
Oh, I think that
Wow.
was a guitar.
Nothing else. I just
Well,
thought
this is going to start out as a great. Then I rolled an 8.
Jack rolled a 1 earlier, dude.
Initiative.
Hey, an actual decent initiative.
Hey, Ark. Question
Yo.
for you.
What's up?
When you originally gave me Dive Bomb, you had me use it as an attack, like
Yes.
against AC.
Yes.
When you set it up on Wormlord, you had it set up as a reflex check. What are we going for this one?
Dive bomb should always be an AC check.
Okay, I just thought on the Wormlord you had it as a reflex.
Shouldn't be, but I might have fucked up. I was a
Alright,
little
I just
drunk
wanted
when I
to make
read
sure.
that.
No, that's fine. I just wanted to clarify.
I'm a little drunk when I make all my classes. Because you haven't noticed, they're all fucking broken.
Probably a little drunk now, aren't you?
No, actually,
Yes, drinking.
the only thing I've drank in the last 3 weeks is I had a shot of vodka today.
You said 3 weeks that you were drinking last week.
I was sipping. Excuse me. I was
That still
sipping
counts.
something, but I threw most of it away.
What's a waste? There are sober
Alcohol.
kids in Africa. You finish your alcohol.
The whole reason I did it is because I had nothing to mix it with, and it was obscenely strong. So, As the initiative order comes up, Art just kind of looks at that and looks at everybody. He's like, "Anybody be upset if I just kill him?"
Be my guest.
Did you actually cast? Did you actually cast haste, Fionn?
No, I didn't.
No. Okay, so no one's hasted right now. Art's just like,
Aww.
He looks up and he goes, "Alright, so either I'm gonna kill him or I'm probably gonna not have a head in a second."
Work just looks and goes, thinks to himself, I'd probably be okay with either of those outcomes.
Stark's just looking really worried now.
Ark, at that point, Art just twists Rowan out of the way, like making her do like a full 360 as he swims around her, and he runs directly at this giant of a man, and goes, "Nothing against you, man. You seem really fucking cool, but I've had enough of today." And with the critical,
Nice.
Oh god.
Art comes through and just jabs through his armor, twists up, and he goes, "Sorry." And there's just this bolt of electricity as it comes down. The giant just goes. And just passes out on Ark. It is at this point you all quickly notice that Ark is wedged underneath this guy. Like he's
Shit. Help.
can't move.
Mow.
Attack.
What? Just annoyed cat sounds.
Just Zazu from Lion King.
Jack, it's your turn.
Oh. Sorry. Okay,
They're not running in terror after that?
They haven't had a chance yet!
Well,
I think you'd have to go around.
bitch, I'm flying.
She's flying.
Bear flare!
Now may be the best time for you to run. Diplomacy?
They're all looking at you like, to where?
Out the fucking door!
Lay down your arms.
And then they pointed all of you. It was like, yeah, with your little formation blocking the entire path.
Not blocking the entire path.
Lay down your arms and we will let you walk.
I'll look down and go, aside from Kato and Rowan's placement, good job, guys.
Lay down your weapons and leave.
Leave.
Diplomacy. They're like,
Yep, I think they're leaving.
31.
they all just kind of look at you and they're like, fuck it. They just toss their arms down and they just start walking out. It's like I didn't like the Sahagin anyway.
And for that,
I have a beautiful time.
Though one of them does make a snide comment to Kato as they're it's like one of the women, it's like, little heavy on the approach. Next time, try be more casual. A compliment, not I'm going to jump your fucking bones.
Rowan just chuckles.
Thank you.
At that point, they leave.
I'm rather surprised about it.
I was gonna say.
Deb hurries over even though she knows she can't freaking lift him and starts just.
Hans, you go get Ark out of the ogre, please.
Art's already at it.
It's like, dude's still alive!
Oh shit.
Yeah, just someone get Ark out of there and then poor guy.
He's like, Agitor's just like, leave the man to me. Lifts him up. I have plans for this one.
Oh my.
She's like, she is carrying this 11-foot tall, just giant of a man in her arms, like bridal carry.
Hunt is just gonna shrug and go and scavenge the discarded weapons.
Dick's gonna scavenge the weapons.
Can I have a turn after you, Agitar?
No.
Oh my god, you were doing for sloppy seconds. Wow.
Not immediately after.
I'm sorry to say this, but imagine how he would smell after a bear.
Oh.
But it's a different usage area.
Oh
So
my god, I'm not having this conversation.
did I actually just do that?
You did just say that.
Oh dear God.
Regardless, she actually sets him down like in one of the corners. Ark's like,
Hey, Agitar, see if he has the key on him.
Someone prestidigitates Art just to get him clean.
Are you alright?
he's just like, I hate today. I hate today so much.
Yeah.
So Art.
Yes.
Oh, we need to do that again. That was hot.
He's like,
That was.
It's like, I'm glad I made you all tingly.
Mm-hmm.
I'm scared.
I just look at Ark and I just go, boy, I will smack the shit out of you.
At that point, he touches your weapon and it becomes electrified. Not like he's hurting you with it. Like your weapon is now electrified. Like you can attack somebody with a lightning spell.
Okay.
Okay, we're even now. Anyways, I'm scavenging the weapons of the two left behind up there.
Yeah, I'm scavenging the other two.
Fion's ushering the other woman out.
Mm-hmm.
Done
Sorry.
good help and such.
Because you got them to just drop their weapons, you find 2 fully intact rifles.
For each of us? Or...
No, you find 2, period. Hello,
Okay.
Echo.
Yeah,
Come here and
so
say
I can-
hi,
So
sweetie.
I got a rifle and you got a rifle.
Yep.
Say hi.
It's alright, cool. This
Guys,
is like for shooting. This is for fun.
I don't have any
Oh.
right now. I feel naked.
Huh?
I just realized I don't have my dog naked right now.
Rowan, are you on camera? Because all I see is your picture.
No, I just turned my camera off.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ark's like, I have been fondled. I have been squished. I am in a dank, dark cave. Slowly getting all sorts of musk and moss and shit in my fur and in my hair and in my ears.
I cleaned you up.
Thank you. And I am being reminded of a number of very, very, very unfortunate events that happened in Regania. I would like to go home now. Can we please go kill this man as quickly as possible?
Yes, please.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Yes.
I have the urge to still stab someone. I think I have to do that much.
Art just
Oh my
looks
God.
at Art looks at you and
Yeah.
goes,
Do we have the key?
Yes, get the key.
I asked Agitar to check him for the key.
just like, give me a second. And then the guy like sits up and he's like, oh! Oh! Oh, I haven't had a pain in my belly that bad since the fucking Farulians fed me their dinner. You all beat me? Fair and square. Not dead. Yet.
Not dead yet.
Oh. When he looks around, he's like, so you didn't kill my comrades, so that must make you decent enough. So what are you gonna do to me?
I don't think it's us you gotta worry about.
We're not gonna. We did what we said we were gonna do. Hand over the key. I will give you a couple of potions, and then we'll be on our way.
He goes, scratches the back of his neck for a second, and he goes, oh, key? Is that what you wanted?
I mentioned that.
Yes, that's what we want. We want the key, and we want to get to Madison.
He points back, and there's just like, the best way I can put it is like a custom like California king bed off in the back end that's almost 30 feet wide by 20 feet long. He goes, under the mattress, right corner.
Yeah, I'm not touching the bed. Can someone else go to it?
Kato's like, dibs.
He's like, that's not my bed.
Ew.
Rowan goes over to him and gives him 3 of her potions.
Put some gloves on before.
Oh my god, you could press a digitate anytime. You wimp.
Grabs the key.
He get it out and he goes, do you also need these as well? And he pulls out like this big circular disc of turquoise and another one that's emerald. And he's like, you're gonna need these for later as well.
Pulls out the green crystal thing from earlier. What about this?
I really don't want to know what you did with that, and you're not doing anything to me with it.
He mutely retrieves discs.
Why
He's
do I
gonna get
feel like
up,
this
he
isn't
goes-
part of anything now?
It's probably not.
He stands up, he's like, ah! Alright. Well, good meeting you, weird adventuring folk. Name's Golgotha.
Alright, we got a job.
Alright, let's do it.
Gillen bows.
Way too long.
Gillen
He's
is
like-
one. With him, lady talked. And this is Agitar.
Just kind of
She
nods
goes
at Agitar and he goes, yeah. Nice meeting you, Zimnia. Nice meeting you, Fionn. Lose the hair and we'll talk, Agitar. He's like, oh, yeah. Sword and belly. It's gonna sting every time I poop for a while.
Sword, you had a cat in your gut.
He turns around, he's like, I had a sword through my spine. At that point, he just starts walking out. He's like, I'm kind of done with this place. He's like, I lost. I'm not dead. I'm going home.
Before Kato unlocks the door, I'm gonna press and cheer to
What are we
it.
doing
And
this time?
I'm in the water! Ah! Whoa, okay.
I
You are on
just
Cote.
was just like, okay, that was seriously the coolest thing I have ever seen.
Who are you saying this to?
You.
Oh yeah, I've been dying to use that spell. And wow, did it get nicely boosted.
Like, is it weird I'm a little turned on from that?
Nah.
That is the coolest thing I've ever seen, and I've seen the Ixals on ice.
Okay.
I think a better statement would have been, it's like, that's the coolest thing I've ever seen, and I've seen Shiva's tits.
Yes, you have.
Any road.
Yeah, I can't do that again until tomorrow. That's
Ark looks exhausted at this point, and he goes, okay, we going through this one, or we going down the other way first?
I thought this was the only other way.
No,
There was a path to the southwest, too.
No.
Let's
I thought you wanted to get out of here.
I kind of don't have a say in the matter.
Do we know sure which door is the question? Did anybody remember to ask that question?
Well, this is the only other one that's locked, isn't it?
Fuck it, we're going through. Lock's door goes through. Alright.
You don't have the key!
Takes key from Kato.
Oh my.
Okay, you can take the orgy key.
I have gloves on.
Testing your hands after this.
Did you just see Ark? Did you just see Ark look at both of you? Like, you see his eyes narrows as you two fight over the key. And
Ark, take the key.
Then he looks at Agitar, and he just goes... He's shaking his head, and he just puts his hand up on the door, and he's like, fuck this! And the door explodes.
There goes the element of surprise.
We lost the element of surprise a while ago!
Yeah.
He just looks at you, Kato, and he says, there would be more element of surprise in this group if a pack of fucking elephants were running through here.
What's an elephant?
Mammoth!
That would be genuinely surprising, granted, but...
There, just puts her hand over her face and just sighs.
At that point, he just, like, walks ahead. I'm gonna go kill everything now.
Okay,
Wait for me! I want to kill stuff!
He's already gone.
Adrian's just following with Todd, like, just so... like, dear God.
Dax floating after, just...
He turns a corner, you turn the corner, he's gone.
God damn it, again?
Somebody put a bell on that guy.
Dax just looks dejected.
He'd probably still be stealthier than us.
Oh god, the world opened up.
The floor is moving!
Sorry. I was on the wrong layer.
And the walls will ooze green slime!
Oh, wait, they always do that.
Seems unusually he doesn't.
Just kind of looking around the stash here.
Maybe we should spread out a little bit. Rowan.
What? Yeah.
Please move back.
Is it possible to get to the top of this rock? Or is that a pillar or anything?
It is possible to walk on top of that rock.
She flies up. Gets a
Please.
better look around.
Tell me I did not delete that token. I needed that token.
Takes a look around the best she can.
Okay, I'm gonna say that you guys are further back.
Move us to where you need us to be.
Yeah. I'm gonna say you guys are, like, over here.
Oh, sorry.
You'll see why in just a second.
Oh dear.
Enemies.
Dak, as you're looking around and kind of just scouting for the time being, you look across the walls and everything else, and you see this sort of plank-like area connected to a dock with large Thavnarian rugs kind of lined out across the edge of it. Crates and barrels and stores of supply goods lining every part of it. Weapons, ammunition, tons and tons and tons of stolen goods. Just all over the place. And as you look around, you can see there are 4 guards. Not just standing around minding their own business right now, but they are highly alert. At which point, you also look over toward the other end, and you can see the path continuing onward and taking an immediate left towards an opening where you can see a ship waiting out in the ocean.
Well, there's 4 here. Touch shoulder Pearl. Well, there's 4 here, and there looks like a path up ahead. And there's a ship.
So kill them quick, go up ahead. Alright, we got it.
Yeah.
Tired, Kato is tired.
Yes.
So are you guys like attempting to stealth by them, or are you just gonna attempt to kill them? What you doing?
Yeah. I'm waiting to see what the others are doing. Because I'm up on a rock.
I got a rock.
Got a rock.
I'm gonna go this way and try and sneak around the other side of the rock.
There is no other side of the rock. There's a wall there.
I can climb some if I need to.
Oh.
Ash Tart strokes Millie.
What? Millie is soft.
Okay. So, Kato, you're gonna try to go by?
Yeah.
Okay, roll stealth.
Come on, computer, quit being slow. There we go.
Why did I even bother to step?
7.
King of the mammoths in the room.
No, that would be a nat 1.
Right.
We're close enough.
Close enough. Especially at your level. You just see, like... You turn, Kato, and you can see all 4 of the guards just kind of like...
Probably should have doused the light spell.
Oh my god.
You just see one of them like... Yeah. State your business.
Dives behind the rock.
If I were to charge up and just throw my spirit 1, would that count as a surprise attack?
Roll initiative,
So I'll kind of focus on
everybody.
Kato at the moment.
Roll initiative.
I was going to ask if I can use the fact of looking at them to use stealth to get a bit closer beforehand, but okay.
Well, considering most of you are glowing like fucking Christmas trees,
I'm not.
or are around people glowing like Christmas trees.
That too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I've got to re-add everybody's initiative. Lovely, bubbly, da-da-da-da. Dak with the crap initiative as always.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, she's
She actually
English.
had the
I mean,
highest
don't lie.
Yeah, last time, but usually I'm rolling really shit.
Oh, I'm sorry, Edrin.
No, that's okay.
Here's my question. Can I charge and then throw my spear? Would that work?
No.
Damn.
You can move and then throw your spear.
Yeah, but I get less range when I charge. It's a 50. I gotta take minus just to not much.
Yedrin, you have the floor.
I can't see the initiative anymore.
No, honey. Oh.
Time to go tuck him in.
No, I hear Tesla outside the door.
Aww.
When we get to outer space.
Spell failure.
Yeah.
Oh, was I muted this whole time?
Yes,
Yes.
it's your turn.
Yes.
Sorry, I said Swift to make sure I'm in the fire ends, move 30 feet, and sound actions are full defense. That's my turn for now. I am so sorry, I forgot I was muted.
That's why you play with the thing. I'm like, okay, Edrin, you good?
Real sorry.
Kato,
Oh, jeez.
there's the sound of a cock, and then the next thing you hear is like this. You see the sharpshooter just kind of slide over and go poof. The bullet goes whizzing by and it tucks right around the rock, almost like a curve from the movie Wanted. And it zips by and it plugs you right in your shoulder. And then you hear, and a second fire follows up. Don't think a 13 hits you, does it?
My touch? That's without armor.
No, it's because of the distance. This is full AC.
Oh, no. It's not.
Okay, you take 7 points of damage.
Did Kato get the benefit from?
I would say by this point, it's probably worn off.
No, cover, not protection from arrows.
No, because he is. Until his action, he's not dove behind the rock.
Okay.
Because basically, this person, like, he went to go dive, and she shot.
Yeah, just depending on how tall the rock is.
No, that where it is, right there, like where it's crossing, is shorter than neck.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
Oh.
The rock itself is maybe 17 feet tall. But that little area right there is like a stair. Works.
Alright. How much is the minus for a 50-foot range?
Just throwing it?
Yeah.
What's the range? Let me look at the range increment for javelin. It'll be out of your first one, so it should be -2.
Alright. 23 hit.
The which one are you throwing at? This one?
Yeah.
Okay. You just run back and you throw Tintania's fang at him. And as it goes through, he just goes... Just kind of... blade sticks into his chest. He's like...
Yeah, I rerolled that damage. I didn't like the 11.
Alright, you... Like, as it goes in, you see it, like, worm its way a little deeper, and he's like, ah! He just yanks it out, and it flies back to you. He's like, what the fuck? Ron?
That laugh was in character. Kitty.
Yeah,
You're muted, Rowan, if you're saying your turn.
Okay. I think I'm gonna have mine.
I saw. Don't worry about it.
Okay. I'll talk to you guys later.
Good night.
Nakata. Rowan, you're still muted.
I think she might have stepped away for something. I'm gonna take this time to go refill my water.
Okay.
I'll be right back myself.
I'm sorry, did I miss?
It is your turn, dear.
Okay. I got sick. I had to run. I apologize.
Fair enough. Kato was lagging out, so he called it a night.
They're down there. I'm just gonna. I just don't know. Now I do. And that will complete my turn.
Okay.
I moved and I have my wand. Magic missile.
Gotcha. Well, the other sharpshooter, having seen Works throw his spear, goes, "Oh no, 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 no." At which point, she slides around the pillar. Works.
Yeah.
Does a 28 hit you with touch?
Yes, it does. It hits me by a lot.
Take 4 points of damage. There's a shot and it kind of misfires a little bit and drops lower than it should, so the bullet hits you right in your ankle.
I just looked and just went, you made a mistake. You got in range.
At which point, as you say this, the guy that you just threw the spear at just is right in your face. He's like, "You got mine!"
It's like, oh no. You just made it even more fun for me.
Does an 18 hit you?
Does not.
Actually, sorry, it'd be a 20.
Still does not.
He just comes in and he swings at you. And you duck under his blade, and he's just kind of glaring at you now as he spins back around.
Agitar charges.
Which one?
Sharpshooter.
Sharpshooter.
Well, I was gonna have fun with both of them.
Doing a power attack.
Alright.
Modifier is applied.
Okay, so 30.
No, it's already applied.
Oh, it's already a 1. Gotcha.
I need to remove that note.
Alright, Agitor comes up and just clocks her full on, brings the hammer back around and smashes her in the chest up against the pillar. There's this like that comes from her as the air kind of drains out of her and she sinks down low. Okay, and I guess I'll take over for Kato. I don't really know.
You know what he was going for?
Yeah, I'm just gonna have him. I'm gonna have him charge behind the Shark Hunter for flanking.
Okay.
Okay. Kato twists around and brings his hammer, smacking into the pirate's leg, causing it to kind of give out a little bit and flip up so the guy's neck is exposed to you now. Works.
Hunt, this is my kill.
Die.
Tart, duck down, make yourself. I think she's still getting water.
No, she's eating chips.
Ah.
Sorry.
Tart, duck down, make yourself as small as possible.
Sorry, I put a chip in my mouth as soon as you said my name.
I'll take a potato chip in my left hand and eat it.
Works? No. Okay, let's see. Dang it, where'd my sheet? Use my earth glove. Sorry, on this gunner lady here. Just kind of punch out a piece of the rock and throw it at her, basically.
As you do so, you just hit the rock and this boulder-sized chunk of it goes flinging through, flying all the way across the air and just bashing her against the side of the head. And she goes, "What the fuck just hit me?" And she
then
turns and sees you and goes, "Oh, good fucking Malafels."
And then Gotch kind of peeks over and goes, "Quit, quit, quit, quit."
Okay, so that first one goes just straight up and plops down next to you. However, the next three all hit. And you get a second to, like, admire Scotch's tenacity when it comes to firing these things. As it goes, you just see the three of them pin in, and they all hit the same spot right at her heart. So you just see it go, and she like looks down at the first one, just like mildly annoyed, and the second one goes, and you see her eyes go wide, and she looks at the last one and goes, and she just falls over.
Puts a hand to her chest and goes, just, end of turn.
Yedrin.
Yep. Just looking at stuff real quick. Because just have to check one last thing. Okay. Since I'm not gonna be able to who actually like get actually to disable a stance. There's everything down. Do you have to have written down in your arc?
What?
What action is to disable a stance?
It's a swift.
Okay. So, you know what? Guess I'm not gonna bother to disable. Yeah, I'm gonna swift to disable stance for now. Now, 3 to put down the axe, move to draw the bow, and I'm guessing since everyone else is called people, I'm gonna pelt the guy all the way over here.
Okay.
If I,
We may take a shot.
not happening.
And you fail horribly.
Wow.
You
Yep.
pull back on the bow. And your Zala strong. Too strong. The bowstring snaps. Doof! The arrow drops to your feet. And you just go.
Just deep sigh. I paid a premium to get good for fucking merchants.
Works.
I'm gonna mess this guy's day up. Okay, I'm gonna partially mess this guy's day up. I'm gonna try and roll that damage again to see if I can mess this guy's day up a little bit more.
First one.
Well, unless the second one hits.
Second one did not hit. Though, did you include
Alright, I'll take the
flanking?
15. What's flanking? A +2? Arc.
I'm looking. I think it might be a +4. +2.
Yeah. So that would be a 17.
Still
Which
didn't
I'm
hit.
guessing still is not, yeah. Damn it, I wanted to mess this guy's day up.
You cut him, like, bad. Kind of slashing across his neck. There's an open gash and he's bleeding, but he's still up, though very, very weak. Rowan.
Okay. So works is called dibs. I'm just gonna.
No, I was gonna dive bomb, but Kato got in the way.
I'm gonna move. And just to be nice, nah. I'll be nice and I won't attack him. Am I still in range? But I'll magic missile this guy over here. My note.
Rowan, you bring up the wand and the bolts kind of swirl around it and they all dart out at once and just hammer into this guy. He's like, he's seen magic before, so he's not surprised, but he's obviously a little shaken by how much it hurt.
Oh, that probably would mage.
At which point, the other sharpshooter, like being next to Agitar and seeing how big she is, just kind of goes, takes a 5-foot step back, kind of sees what's going on. She just quietly puts her gun down. So at that point, the swordsman, seeing that his partner has put her weapon down, that he is vastly outnumbered, and his other companion's dying, just kind of sword and ground. So at that point, the last guy, the one that you just cut, works and looks at you, and all the light leaves his eyes. He just falls back. So that's combat.
Oh, that was fun. I got to stab someone at least.
They're all just like, nope.
So we killed 2?
Yeah.
Okay.
You almost killed a third, and the third one who Agitar just like battered, saw how everything was going, put her weapon down, and was like, nope, I'm not dying for this.
Rowan, did you account for the you have the cloak on, right?
Yeah, that's a +2.
Oh, okay. I keep forgetting that's a +2, not D6.
Yep, and putting bow away, picking axe back up. Bow's useless for the rest of the dungeon, probably, so...
Woo!
Whatever.
High perception for loots!
It doesn't take that long to restring a bow.
True. But I could do on the move.
What are you looking for,
Fiona,
Works?
Everything.
And what were you doing, Fiona?
I was gonna loot the bodies. And potentially see if there's anything of actual great importance in the treasure area down here.
Fiona, what did you say?
She goes to pick up the gun.
Okay. Do you pick up the weapon? The lady's like, take it. It's yours. Works, as you're going through the supplies down below, it's mostly food. It's frozen pieces of citrus, lots of grain, stock of salt pork, barrels of rum, water. The only thing of value you seem to find is a circular stone, a circular opal, and then a circular opal. It looks exactly like the emerald, turquoise, amethyst, and ruby that you found. So you find an opal, and you start like looking around a little bit longer, and then you actually find another one that looks the same again, and it's a sapphire.
So I have an opal and a sapphire.
Yeah.
Oh.
That kind of flies down a little bit. Gets nearer to like this guy. It's like, is there?
You also find 100 gil as you're looking around. Works. Sorry.
Ooh.
I was gonna say, and Dak goes, is there anything you can tell us about anything ahead? Afterwards, you're free to go.
She goes, no, I really can't. Never seen the fucking door open.
Alright, then leave.
She's like, I'm gone. Fuck this. Damn wetbacks aren't worth this. Excuse my fuck. Fish backs. I'm going to have to cut that out.
The fattest person in the room. She's alright with it.
I didn't even think about it. I was like, it's been so long since I've heard that. I was like, damn it.
You're good, you're good. It's all right. Now, if I were my sister, whew.
Anyways.
Yeah.
Ian looks down at the sharpshooter.
She's looking back at you, and she's like... There's just silence. She's waiting. She knows she's dead to rights.
If there are any other prisoners, release them on the way out.
She's like... if you're this deep, you've probably found them all. Most of them were situated back in that big room with the bed.
The captain's room. Alright.
Yeah.
You may go then.
She holds up her hands and walks away. The other guy's already run, so...
Yeah, Jordan, if you want, you can... She gestures over to the gunner that was Scott killed. Like, if you wanted to loot him.
Just nods and moves to check the bodies now that the friends are gone and not worry about them.
Okay, so... Yedrin, you dig around the guy's person. There are... the gunner's person. You find that the rock, when she fell over, she dropped her rifle right on top of it and it snapped in half. So the rifle's worthless.
It's a big rifle.
But there is 15 gil.
Okay. And worthless anyways, so it makes that easy.
Alright, are we ready to move on? Because I'm getting worried about Art.
That's right.
Keep moving.
Alright, so you all continue forward. And as you're continuing forward, you find Ark kind of sitting on a rock. He's like leaning against it, like looks like he's half taking a nap. There's blood everywhere. Likewise, as you come up towards him, he's not bleeding. He's just covered in blood, and he's like, "I'm gonna wash it off in a minute." But as you approach, you see that there is a solid wall in your way. There's an inscription on it that's coded, and then there are 6 circular holes in the door.
And how many do we have?
Oh.
There was the turquoise and the emerald disc, right?
I was gonna say, I got an emerald, didn't I? Or...
Oh Christ, we're missing 2.
You should not be missing any.
Well, I just got an opal and a sapphire. Tard has the emerald.
I was gonna say Kato had one.
Kato has turquoise.
Okay, so that's 4.
Were the amethyst and ruby one discs?
Yep.
Or were they just...
They were.
Okay. Okay, then that means Fiona has the amethyst and ruby.
Okay, then we got them all.
Mm-hmm.
Someone just got the code, the inscription for us before.
Mm-hmm.
Did we find a journal on any of them?
No.
Damn it.
Also, no touchy the things until you get to the inscription.
Fiona, you look at the inscription and it's plain to see that it was pretty much just, instead of being written in normal Eorzean, it's basically written in Thieves' Cant. It takes you the better part of 10 minutes to decode it, but it's pretty simple. And the inscription reads, I open only for the stones of birth, though only when the last goes first.
So birthstones in reverse order.
Oh, Christ. No, Opal is June, because that's my birthstone.
Okay, so before you go into that quick, can one of us try and remember, does Eorzean have a unique Ostrom system?
Not that I know of.
No.
Alright, I know June is Opal.
Oh my
November
god, just
is
look it up.
Topaz.
Don't try to remember.
I'm actually doing this for me too.
Okay.
I know November's Topaz, June is Opal,
Emerald is May.
Emerald is Mash, and that's my brother's.
June is Pearl.
Yeah, but when Pearl's not, Opal's is over for it.
Yeah.
I'm June too, so.
Yeah.
July is.
You know, there's four different birthstones lists, right?
Yeah, no, that's the stupid part of it.
Alright, February's Amethyst. May's Emerald, June is Pearl, July is Ruby, September is Sapphire, October is Opal, November is Topaz, and December is Blue Topaz. What?
Yeah.
What? Can we have some consistency here? Or turquoise. Blue is turquoise. December is turquoise.
Yeah, welcome to no one actually making it normalized.
Alright, so what six do we have? We have Amethyst, Emerald, Ruby, Sapphire.
We have turquoise.
Alright, can we get a list in the chat? Preferably in the order which was placed them in.
Fuck you.
Good try, good try.
Wait, hold on. What was the roll of diplomacy against that?
No.
Watch me crit too.
You have a ruby, you have a sapphire, you have a turquoise, you have an emerald, an amethyst, and an opal.
Okay. Let me put this down here. Oh god! Okay.
So turquoise.
So we believe in it being in reverse order, right?
So the turquoise should go first since it's December. At least according to the Wikipedia. For USA 2016.
Okay, so we have turquoise, opal,
Dex standing the fuck away. Just in case.
sapphire, Alright, Fiam, could you mage hand these things in there?
She's
She's not in voice chat.
She's not in voice check, but
Oh.
Dak will do it. Dak has a hand as well.
Yeah, I was
Okay,
gonna
let
say.
me just double check my order here.
Getting out of the way if we're gonna do it.
Mm-hmm.
Ark at this point is just like waded off into the water.
Alright, try this order.
Okay.
Back up here.
Dak forms a hand and puts them in turquoise, opal, sapphire, ruby, emerald, amethyst.
You put each one in, there's a small click in them. There's a half turn, and they all turn back and pop out, and the door stays closed.
How about? And she puts in the turquoise first, and then where is it? I'm looking at them again. Turquoise, amethyst, emerald, ruby, sapphire, opal.
There's a pause as they make that half turn, and the stones sink in a little deeper. The rock face covers the stones, and it opens.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, we were on the right path, kind of.
Because we are approaching near the end of the dungeon, and because Kato is out, and we seem to be getting people cutting in and out, we'd like to save this for another week.
Probably.
Yeah.
Would very much prefer everyone to be here.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's all good.
Yeah.
Ark, meanwhile, is like washing himself off. He's just kind of like just quietly getting blood off of him, not saying a word to anybody. Just looks aggravated. Very unhappy.
Dak's just like trying not to even look at him. She's just rubbing her head.
Regardless, good session, everybody. Congratulations on talking your way out of one fight, almost doing another one, and hearing me say something stupid.
Yeah.
Anyway,
All good.
good night, everybody. I hope you have a wonderful night, and I look forward to next session.
Nice.
All right.